Hi, my name is Ed Capaldi. We're here at Agile Middle East 2020, and we're here talking to Knowledge Hut about the Agile transformational process. So first thing is, who are you and what is it that you do?
My name is Muddassir Mustufa, and I'm the Director Middle East and Africa for Knowledge Hut. And I've been handling knowledge. We are basically a training organization. We take care of the end-to-end trainings for technology segment.
Cool, great. And we've got a couple of questions, a couple of things been popping up over the last few months. Distributed teams.
Wow.
Yes. So, what are the key challenges your customers are facing in managing when they're no longer co-located? Whether it's about time, whether it's about quality, using the tools, but not just the tools themselves.
This is actually a story all around, to be honest. Most of the organization, they have got teams back in Asia, and they've got teams in US, they've got teams in Europe, everywhere these guys are placed. Look, there are different ways to handle these kind of challenges. One is, first let me talk about challenges to you, that how these challenges are. First and foremost challenges that people are working in isolation. So if there is a time zone difference, somebody is in US, somebody is in India, so by the time they wake up, they don't know what other guys finished up with. In order to mitigate such kind of situations, we use virtual Kanban board on something like Microsoft Teams, where we have opened up a channel for these people, so they have got their own respective deliveries, which they can post it on their virtual Kanban board. So that is one of the big things which I've said that we have done.
Cool. And what about the ease of the conversation? It's face-to-face, we can see each other, we're eyeballing each other, there's the confidence, there's the trust. But when it's no longer there, what sort of challenges are you seeing?
Obviously, these teams would be then disturbed teams. They would not be able to know that what is happening on the other side. And that challenge is bigger for any project manager or any product owner when it comes to work. Because a person who is preparing a piece on the other side don't understand even the design thinking of the guy who's working on that. So at the end of the day, when you find that this challenge is actually making them non-productive. Their productivity gets disturbed. Their outcomes are getting delayed. The timelines for the project is also very slow. And at the end of the day, the end product gets suffered. That's it, I would say.
Cool, great. And have you got any other sort of tips you can tell them how to make the meetings more fun, more exciting, more focused, keep them on track? Any other tips you can think of?
Or I can think of, one is that, these sprints, the virtual sprints are one of the difficult aspects which people feel. But nowadays, the way the technology or the digitalization is happening, the virtual sprints becomes very common. So first and foremost, you need to organize and find out a mechanism within your organization that the frequency of this virtual teams, virtual sprints. And with this virtual sprints, you have got a virtual Scrum Master to watch for it and give the feedback then and there to the team as a team.
Fantastic.
Altogether.
And if I just on Scrum Masters, how are you finding the ability to train them is one thing, but does the Scrum Master then get the support they need by, let's say, the senior management or anything? Is that a problem? Or how have you guys helped them have Scrum Masters that actually have the teeth to get the process done?
Look, Scrum Master, I feel, is a role more or less like a human resource manager role in the company, that you have to actually abide by. You're in between the management and actual workers on ground. So if yes, you have to put your foot forward sometimes to go back to your management and explain that this is not happening because of these reasons. But secondly, the Scrum Master has to be trained on the virtual sprints which are becoming common these days. Mm-hmm. And if they can get trained on virtual sprint, yes, it is a practice. It will take some time for them to adopt, but yes, going back to the management and make them look. Agile always comes from the top. Agile is not something which comes only for the software developer or testing role, which is at the bottom. Agile comes only from the top. If the top acceptance is there towards the Agile, they would have acceptance for this virtual sprints also, which would be in place.
Brilliant. And you've mentioned virtual sprints. It's quite a new concept, so it might be a good idea just to explain to the audience, what is a virtual sprint?
Virtual sprint, basically you're running a sprint. there, but there is no physical presence and physical talking happening in that virtual sprint. Everything remains the same. The only thing is you're using digital platforms in order to run those sprint programs. So there's no difference between a normal sprint and a virtual sprint, except the human presence is not there on that. You will have a physical board, Kanban board, on which these things will be posted, and then this would be a reporting mechanism and a tracking mechanism for the product owners and the project managers.
Cool, thank you. Last question. So one thing, just thinking about earlier, as a learning organisation, what are the key actions you have taken on your Agile journey?
I must say that's a very intelligent question that you have asked, and we are here in Middle East right now. The acceptance of Agile in Middle East was very low because of its nature or the process orientation which Agile comes from. Most of the big companies in the country have adopted Agile somewhere around 4 years back. But actually, to be very honest, without naming any of them, they're not Agile, they're fragile. Because they have not been understanding the actual essence and crux of HR. So the initiatives that we have taken is, first we started up with a green minefield. We say that we are getting into a green field. We do a dipstick of an organization first of all, in order to identify their problem statements. That what are the 4 or 5 problem statements you guys are into. Once we identify those 4 or 5 problem statements, then we do the C-suite level awareness program on Agile and its users. From that C-suite, so Agile is actually not bottom to top approach. Agile is actually top to bottom approach. The classic example is we're working with ministries of various countries in Middle East. So for them to understand the agility and help and giving us an opportunity to train more than 15,000 people, technology people on the certified Scrum Master program or certified product owner program, it all comes because of the awareness program that we have created, the number of seminars we have done, the number of webinars and blogs that we have done for these people.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. And that's about it for now. So thank you very much. Thank you for supporting us, and wishing you a good year ahead.
Thank you so very much, Ed. Thank you.